Hi guys, let's do some micro French. So for this one I'm going to use Madame Glam's Love Energy and I'm going to use Floris. I'll just pop some of that on my wax paper. Okay, so I've come with my base layer already prepared. So we are good to go. So I'm going to use a fine line brush today. I'm going to use a 7mm fine line brush and I'm just going to twirl my brush through my product just to make sure it's nice and even. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to start with a straight line like so, and then I'm kind of going to make it look like a T. So I'm going to come in roughly around center of my line and I'm going to pull down, and this just helps me guide where I want each side to join. So I'm coming in at the center and I'm going to come down on an angle, pulling to the left. And I'm just maneuvering it just to make sure it's how high I want it to be. So I'm going to fill that in now. Sometimes it is easier to fill it in and then check again whether your Frenchie is where you want it to be positioned. Very gently on my edge. Copying over that line. Just want to smooth that out just a little. A double check. And then I'm going to come in at the right, roughly where the other side starts. And I'm going to come down. And I'm going to come down to meet into the center line. Can you see? And there we go. So I'm going to fill that in now. Okay, so you'll notice that I've done my Frenchie a little bit more closer to the tip of the nail than higher up, and I do this because I like it to look a little bit more elongated. So I want it to look nice and long, nice and natural, so I tend to do it further down, and I just think that gives it that really clean, natural finish, even though pink is not natural, but you know, the concept of French itself. So I'm just cleaning up my lines, making my lines nice and crisp. Resting that little pinky. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll have heard me say this 1,000 times. But if you're doing nail art, good posture is always a key factor. If your elbows are rested on your desk, you're tucked in nice, resting that little finger, it just helps you have that little bit more stability. So I'm just coming in now and I'm doing my line on the cuticle area, and I've just got a little bit of product on my brush. You can always do another layer, so don't go in too heavy. It's harder to remove too much product than it is to add a little bit more. And I'm just coming around very gently, taking care not to get it on my skin. There we go, I like that, looks pretty. I am a pink girl. Just gonna fix those edges. Okay, I think it's time to cure. Okay, so all I'm doing now is I'm going to give this a second layer. I'm going to go very, very gently. But this is also the opportunity for me to fix any lines that are not quite crisp enough. Just very gently following around. Like so. Fill that in. There we go. Nice and gently, making sure I get my sidewalls. If your sidewalls aren't completely covered, then you might find that your design will chip. So make sure you get them covered nicely. There we go. So I like that. Okay guys, I'm going to give that a cure. Okay, let's give that a top coat and then we are finished up here. Do drop me a comment if you have any questions and I will get back to you. You can contact me on social media as well. But I think that's pretty much us done. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye guys!